I'm Alan Webby. Welcome back to part 2. Major development. NeoFly has come out of beta and is now public and available at neofly.net. I haven't redone part 1 because essentially nothing really changed from what I covered there. I hope you enjoy part 2. I will mention some of the differences between the beta and the actual launch version. I highly recommend that you do purchase the bundle on neofly.net because then you basically get everything that I'm going to cover. At some stage in the future I'll be covering pretty much everything, including the explorations, the campaigns, etc. At the moment we're on the very baby steps. We're keeping it simple. This coming video will be covering essentially the basics on the market, and on the next video I'll go into more detail like searching for market goods and a little bit more about job types and filtering on the jobs, etc. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. If you do and want to be informed of part 3, then by all means subscribe, and of course I'd very much appreciate a like. Thank you very much.
Hello, me again for part 2, where I'll be covering certification and the marketing screens. Let's get cracking. Now, as mentioned, NeoFly 4 has dropped, and there's some interesting new features. For example, this is new here. This is the freelance jobs. Now, what this means, well, let's let Elena tell us here. In this mode, you can jump in any aircraft, even if you don't own it, in NeoFly, and fly jobs and missions straight away. Right, what does that mean then? It basically means that you don't have to worry about matching planes or any of that. You can jump into literally any plane you own, or any plane that you've got in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and fly from wherever you are to any of these destinations and types of jobs here, and of course, there's no messing about with weights and matching planes and liveries, etc. You just jump in and go. This is good, if you want to break the normal routine a bit, fancy trying out a new plane and earn money at the same time. So yeah, good feature that. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned it last time, but the campaigns are good. This pandemic's great fun. You basically you just follow these little tasks here, and they're quite enjoyable. Cleopatra's new. If you've bought the campaigns, you purchase the campaigns, or you've got the bundle, then you'll have Cleopatra. I highly recommend, as I say, getting the bundle because all this stuff comes with it. Right, okay, so what's the main focus of today? The main focus of today is going to be the marketplace. If you recall from part 1, we left it where I'm at ETHB, which is an airbase in Buckerberger, US Army airbase, I believe. Yeah, we've got $33,696 to play with, and let's check out the marketplaces. So this is where we are, and this is they're selling to you. So this is what you can put into your plane to take somewhere else, destination here, and hopefully they'll sell it off. Obviously this is the same as my my departure, so that doesn't make much sense, does it? But yeah, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can say, right, what's close to me, what's in their market. So what you do is you click on, say, here, right click, choose compare to current being what's on the left side there where you are now. Oh, that's quite handy. They are buying phones, so I could buy phones here and sell them here. Okay, Now, if you were just doing a market job, you don't have to combine it with a mission job, but it makes sense to do so, because doing so you increase your experience up here, and why not earn a bit of extra money, especially at this stage. So um, you can just go on a market mission, but we're not going to do that. We're going to combine it um, with an actual job. Now, which ones are the best to buy? There's a common question that goes through people's heads, and sometimes they get it wrong. For a long time, I thought computers was the best one because it costs the most, But that is wrong. What you're looking for is the best ratio of pounds, as in weight, to dollars profit, if you like. So you want this to be at its, the most dollars per pound, if you like. Now, some kind gentleman who, unfortunately, whose name I couldn't find again to credit, but he created a chart, and this is it here, and it's a beauty. So what we have here is basically in the order of dollars to pounds. Your best, of course, are your cigars and pilsners. They're the red ones, but bear in mind, if you're flying them, you need to be under 1,000 feet, and that's above ground level. So if you're flying around in hilly and mountainous areas, that's going to be near on impossible. You want to make sure you're in a flat area if you want to try that one out. Because I say it's above ground level, not your actual your altitude. So what's next? Phones, caviar, and wine. Very nice indeed. As you see, phones, if you recall, they're in our market to buy, and then it goes down from here. Now, I highly recommend you pause this video here and take a snapshot of this chart and have it locally, and pretty much load it up every time. So yeah, that is an excellent thing to have, because we can find out that obviously phones are very high value. So wherever we want to go, I want to take phones with me. So I need to find a job that actually will send me to a destination with phones. So as I mentioned before, on the jobs list, first thing you should always do is click on this little weight here. And once you've done that, click on reward to sort them highest first. And then what I do at this stage is I look at the weights. Now the weights, you want the lowest weight possible, but not going down too far. We're almost 1,000 short here, but maybe 408. 2 passengers ETUO. So keep that in your head and check out ETUO. Go back to the marketplace. ETUO. Is he buying phones? He's not buying phones. So you can go then back up to your jobs list and try another one. Maybe EDDY. EDDY. Nope, he's not selling any either. So try another one. EDVH. It's worth the time doing this, folks. I know it sounds, a pain, but it's actually worth doing. EDVH. No, he's also got not buying phones. So just take it down from there. What do we got? EDX. Is that a D? Yeah, EDXD. EDXD. Hey, EDXD. So we're buying phones from this market and we're selling it phones to this market here. Okay, so we'll take that, whatever job that was, EDXD job we will take, and we will take it right now. Take it before you load up your plane, because otherwise you can get your weights all wrong. So EDXD, we were going to get 3,892 for our troubles, so EDXD, we're also, however, going to get 10 experience. So let's click on that, and then go to our marketplace, and you'll notice here that our plane is 3/4 of the way full. So you know, in A-class planes, you're not going to get a lot of baggage space. So we're not going to be able to fit many pallets of phones on there. Maybe 2, maybe 3. 329. Oh, just enough. So yeah, we'll buy 3 pallets of phones. Bump, press the buy button. Yes, I do. And I could load it a little bit up with coffee and yeah, we should do really. Even if it's just one. If you look back in the charts, coffee, magazines, or mechanical parts, which one? Mechanical parts offers the best bang for the buck, and so we're going to have maybe one pallet of mechanical parts if we're lucky. No, that's too much. Look, just even 1 pallet. So let's go to the next one down. Next one down was what was it? Coffee, wasn't it? Coffee, magazines, coffee. So we're not going to fit a bunch on here. Around there. Never go all the way. Always leave, I don't know, call it about 11:30, something like that. Okay, around there. I'll explain why in a minute. So buy them, and we have a full plane. We have our phones, we have coffee on board. Our job is programmed in. We're going to EDXD, and bear in mind, as I mentioned with these, if you hover over these, you'll see some of the parameters that you need to take care of. For example, sensitive goods, you need to land less than 200 feet per minute. So anywhere up to 200 feet per minute is okay. Okay, so you've got to land carefully. With coffee, normal goods, there's no specific request, but the request here, well, it's necessary, otherwise your phones break, by the way. So yeah, we need to be under 200. So let's do it, shall we? So there we are. So in there. So right, let's go over to our world map. Right, plane, correct. Where are we flying from? We're flying from ETHP, and we're going to, where are we going to? EDXD. I'm not going to put you through the whole flight, don't worry. Maybe a little bit of takeoff, a little bit of the landing. But as I did before, I will show a little bit of how I plan these things. So we're off to EDXD. Elevation is 151 feet, so I haven't got to worry too much there. Flight conditions. When you start off, I mean, I do it normally live this stage, but if you're new to this, or if you know, when you haven't got much money, it makes sense to get yourself on clear skies, especially with things like phones on board. Okay, so yeah, I'll do it briefly now. Zoom in into EDXD. We're more or less straight anyway. A little fraction here, so I'll call that my custom point there, and then yeah, we're already good to go there. So yeah, let's do this.
Hello, pilot. Let's see what's on the books for you today.
Okay, I switched seats now. I'm in my little pilot seat. Right.
Head count complete.
Everyone is accounted for.
Switch that off.
Time to take off.
You're good to go.
First
Contact
thing
the
to
tower
do-
for clearance.
First thing to do, sort your weights and balances out. Put that right up to full, and you'll notice I'm still 25 pounds short, but I don't need 50% of fuel, so I'll reduce that to say there. Excuse me. There we go. So yeah, now we're all greens. Everything's green, as you can see here. So right, let's make sure our center of gravity is in the right place. So let's bring this up to the line. Okay, set my altitude. It's not far away, so let's call it 2,000 feet. That'll do. 2,100. Vertical speed about 300. Yeah, that's pretty much all I need to do now. So yeah, I'll take off, and once I've taken off, I'll spare you the rest. And we'll then just rejoin me after that at landing. Up we go.
Have a great flight. It's a beautiful time to fly.
Autopilot on. Flaps up. And I'll see you at landing. So you rejoin me coming into Bad Essen. I've got a little bit of time to tell you about sim rate. Now, this whole flight I have not increased the sim rate, because if you do, there is a small penalty on the money you make. So sim rate 2, sim rate 4, so they're all basically the longer you have them on, the longer or less you're going to earn at the end of the day. So don't increase your sim rate, which means essentially that you really want to be doing short flights to start off with anyway. So yeah, it's now time actually to get my landing monitor app and take this baby home. So 800 feet, right, I'm going to take my autopilot off, reduce speed, get the flaps down to 1. First flaps anyway, a little bit early. You do not want to stall the plane. If you stall the plane, you lose experience points, or at least you don't get an experience bonus. Now, if you recall, I need to land this in less than 200 feet per minute. I'm currently at 460, but I need to get down there. Speed's about right. Slow it down for the final bit. That's if you like half speed. About 3 degrees, pretty much the glide slope speed, and then at around 20 feet I want to start. Button up a little bit. Reduce throttle now. Notice top left. That cannot be above 200. I land.
We have touchdown.
Right, excellent. Full off.
Taxi to
Auto
parking
shut
and
off.
shut down your engine.
Transporter, you can open the doors and begin the
When
disembarkation.
you hear that, you can press the escape key. And the job part of it will start unloading. So it's now unloading the job part, I suppose, and just the job part for now. So what I need to do now is go to my market, wait until that's all finished, and then sell my phones. Right, here we go. Let's see how much money I made, shall we?
Transporter from dispatch.
I only had 3
Disembarkation
pallets.
completed. Thank you. See you soon for another mission.
Oh, there was no coffee there. I'm sure there was coffee there before.
Let's get out of here.
That's weird. Okay. Anyway, so let's sell my phones. So make sure phones highlighted. Bring them across to the whole 3. Click sell. Sell. So I'm now on 37,000. I was on 33 before, so I paid about 4,000. Plus, of course, I got the money from the flight. Let's see how we did here. We had no. Well, I've got all the realism bonus, the stress and bonus, the bonus security. I've got total flight XP 36, so you'll notice I've moved up a little bit here. Fuel usage, Payment for mission 3,800, and yeah, XP's there as well. So yeah, 37,655 now, and it's essentially rinse and repeat. I'm a bit annoyed about that. I missed. Somehow I thought there was coffee there, but there's not coffee there. So, on my next mission, I want to make sure I find somewhere with coffee. But let's have a look. Where am I? I'm in EDXD, and caviar's a good one. And especially good because this is, of course, a plane with not much capacity. So caviar will definitely be on my next job, as well as possibly cigarettes as well. We'll see how much weight caviar comes. But yeah, that's the flight completed. I've got me money. Now I'm going to briefly talk about the certification. I don't want this video to go really over half an hour like the last one. I'll try to keep this as short as possible. So certification, right. So if you click on certification, this one here, qualifications, make sure you read these. I'm only on 1 star. I want to be on 3 stars, because when you're on 3 stars, you earn about, well, your XP is multiplied by, I believe it's 2.5 to 3 times. Whereas at the moment it's sort of 1 for 1. So we want to get to 3 stars. So what do you do to get 3 stars? Is you click on here and you can see the different destinations that you need to be at in order to take the test. Now you can either A, fly there, find out where they are. You can see roughly where they are and pick routes along your way to eventually get there, or you can transport yourself there through this feature here. If you go to pilots, you have a location and you can type in your location here, whatever it may be. When you press here, then it's going to cost you money the further away you are. So of course it makes sense to find somewhere close. So I'd go here and I'd have a look at the planes. Now none of those planes are planes that I personally want to take my certificate in. I want one with basically a rudimentary, at least, autopilot with it. So I will fly around a bit, do a few markets, earn some money, and at each destination I will come back to these qualification screen and see if my beloved Cessna 172 G1000 is amongst this list. If not, I'll just fly to the next location. But as soon as I do see it, I will. What you do is I would normally. It depends how much money you got, and if it's close. If it's somewhere like 163 nautical miles away, it can cost you something like $3,000 to $4,000 just to move yourself there. Okay, so best bet at this stage is to fly there, unless it's somewhere close, like 26, even 87 is acceptable, and where you can just move your pilot to, where the test is taking place. You do not have to bring your plane. Your plane will be, whatever plane is here is already there waiting for you. Now, I don't think I'm going to have the time to go through this process on this one, but on part 3, I'll start off and we'll actually do it. We'll do the certification, and then we'll move on from that, and we'll move on to a little bit more advanced on the market. Okay. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. Oh, and don't forget, if you want to be sure to be notified when the next part comes out, subscribe, and it'd be nice if you left a like as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye.